seeing a red hallway in front of me.
Okay. What else do you see in front of you? The red hallway.
I'm walking down. Yeah.
Walking down the red hallway, are you?
There's a meeting. These beings want to meet with me.
Is there a meeting? Is there?
Well, there's they're blurry.
Okay.
I recognize them. They're rather large.
You seeing in front of you?
Mm-hmm. They're embracing me.
Okay. What is it
They're
that's
very
standing in front of you? Can you describe that
three
for me?
three beings.
Three beings.
Yes, and they're hugging me.
Okay. What do these beings look like?
Their form is hard to see.
Mm,
They're large. They're glowing. They're translucent to me,
mm.
but
Translucent.
I feel them. It's like my family.
Mm, beautiful. And do these beings have any messages for you today?
They're just part of me.
Mm,
They want me to connecting their energy into me
mm.
so that I could see them better, feel them
Beautiful.
more.
Beautiful. Allow that connection to take place. Allow yourself to really connect in with that place that you're in now, allowing all of your senses to feel into this new space that we've arrived in.
A lot.
What do these beings look like now that you've gathered your bearings?
They're disappearing in a way that might make sense to me.
Mm,
They disappear as glowing people, but not really how they look.
mm,
I haven't seen them. It's I haven't felt in a long time.
mm. So do they appear as glowing people before you right now, or do they take another form?
Mm. Yeah, they're glowing,
Mm,
wearing tunic, but they just appear that way. That's how they know I'll understand
mm. And who are
the
these
man.
beings?
There's a female figure
Mm,
and a male one,
mm,
and another who is, I guess, a younger male. So there's a younger male and an older male and a female. That's how they're showing themselves.
okay. And can you look down at your body and tell me what sort of body that you're in?
I'm just my energy form. I'm just a ball
Just
of
a
light.
ball. Wonderful.
Well, I'm appearing now as myself now
Mm,
with robes.
So you're visiting these beings.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
Yeah, we just need to connect their energy to me.
Mm,
Because I've been disconnected from them for a
mm,
while.
yeah. And why have you been disconnected from them for a while?
When I'm on Earth,
Mm,
taking on the, let's say, things made it hard. Feel them I'm in a body.
mm,
I've been on this mission here for a while.
mm. And have these ones been helping you?
They've been helping me.
Mm,
And I've been listening to them despite the efforts to stop communication.
mm,
That this happened, though, because connection needed to be stronger
yeah.
going forward.
And now that we've taken all of those things off of the body, can the connection be stronger with these beings now?
Well, he could not see us before,
Oh,
and he could hardly feel us. Now he can.
mm,
He's heard
beautiful.
us in his mind well. He has always been good at that. Seeing and feeling has been unable to do, so he doesn't understand that he could.
Mm. And where are these beings from?
From here,
Mm.
they're angels.
Oh, beautiful. And angelic beings, are they?
Mm, yes.
And is that where Harrison comes from?
Mhm. It is. Just the
Mm.
fact that he has hid himself from because he
Mm.
could not see it.
Yeah. These those creator beings that Harrison was talking about previously.
Mm-hmm. We come from,
Mm.
say, we come from the super universe, come from
Mm.
a layer upon this universe
Yeah.
where infinite creation takes place.
Beautiful. So tell me about that.
Say it's the back end, it's the real universe where
Mm.
creation is set forth from,
Mm.
and where light is all encompassing because
Mm.
that is what it is.
Mm. And these beings part of Harrison's soul family?
Mhm. Yes.
Has he had incarnations with these ones before?
Hmm. He has, but we usually go separately.
Yeah.
So for he has been here on Earth, and we go separate
Mm.
so that we can advise each other.
Yeah. So, what is the plan for Earth at the moment with Harrison and what he's doing?
Mm. Truthfully, it's mostly a matter of what has been done.
Mm.
At this point, creation is falling into the hands of humans, and there's a plan, and it is now time. Harrison feels the weight of responsibility, and it is now time to understand that things will fall into place as they will, and our mission is accomplished,
Mm.
And now our new mission is to observe what comes forth and to help when we can. However, we wish to tell Harrison that the battle he feels, which he has fought, our battle, has ended.
Mm. And what was your battle? What was that?
Taking on the darkness, going back
Mm.
from it,
Yeah.
showing people that it can be done. Many have done this.
Mm.
Many do it in their own way each and every day and have throughout history.
Mm.
But this is what his mission was, essentially.
Mm. So he took on that dark energy in that lifetime. Is that part of that?
Teaching that it could be taken and then overcome. The process is something. It is not that Harrison is teaching how to do it. It's merely that he volunteered to help the collective consciousness, which includes himself,
Mm.
understand this process
Mm.
and of maintaining the connection even in dark times and seeing the light even in dark places.
And do these angelic beings wish to give a message for Harrison or for the collective at this time?
There are a few messages. One, simply, we're telling Harrison to remember this moment, this feeling, to meditate, thinking of it as much as he feels he can or would like to, simply to secure connection, which he will do. But it is occasionally he falls into patterns which do not serve him. And so we are telling him to just try to make a habit of meditating for short periods
Mm.
instead of doing it for long periods and then not maintaining the habit. Mm. For the
What would help
collective.
him? What would help him in his
Yes.
meditation practice?
Yes. Often he meditates and enjoys it,
Mm.
so he'll do it for a long time. And then it takes too much time, so then he won't do it when he gets busy.
Mm.
So we're telling him to actually limit how long he does it in
Mm.
order to encourage him to come back more often.
Mm.
So
To,
do it for 10 minutes
mm.
every day.
Yeah, shorter ones.
5 to 10 minutes
Mm.
every day is much better than 30 minutes every week.
Yeah, well, that's good. And the message for the collective?
Mm. For those listening, now or in the future.
Mm.
Mm. Say, you feel this connection you have to, because most humans who have been on Earth for a long time do not feel this connection. They all feel overwhelming power, or even something very light, depending on what they need at the time. But we are encouraging them to feel this and to accept the feeling they get from trying to connect to their soul family, from connecting to their soul family. Because you can always connect to your soul family they always hear you and they're always listening and always feeling you. It is a matter of you allowing yourself to feel that. And that feeling can be difficult while in a human body, but it is good to recognize that the connection always exists, cannot be broken.
Mhm. Beautiful. So was Harrison involved with the the Lyran race from the beginning? Is that why he was drawn to take many incarnations as these ones?
He was of many who helped design that plan.
Mm.
Many were involved in this. You see, we create from exactly a place, but we will call it a place. And for a time, we were designing the experiment at a high level
Mm.
because we wanted to experience our own creation. We, as a collective, wanted to experience it. And also, it serves as a, this creation serves as a, we'll call it a, it's a tricky word because it would push into humans areas that frustrate them. The experiment is not just an experiment, it is a nurturing ground for consciousness. And that is fundamentally what we are designing. And there's, he's just enamored by the design of it.
Mm.
I see that all things that occur for a reason that can improve consciousness and understanding.
Is there a goal to this experience?
Mm. The goal is to experience, but you could say the goal is to have the experience and then rise to the point where you could integrate others' experiences and then together consciousness field accelerates
Mm.
and being melded back into collective consciousness with the universal consciousness.
Mm. So
So
is
that is
this
the goal, but the goal is also to embrace the experience.
mm,
That is how it is accomplished.
mm. So at the end of the experience, does the physical universe merge with the higher universe, the upper universe where you are from?
The consciousness of the physical universe does.
Mm.
And in a sense, the physical universe does. It melts back into itself.
Mm.
It's it's like shooting off and coming back.
Mm.
Creation, and we would not say it is like elevating all of the particles back into light. That is the that is how it would be when the entire universe ascends.
Mm. So it's the ascension of the universe.
The universe. So if we were to say the universe, the atoms would split, the electrons would like go. forth,
Mm.
people may mistake that for destruction, even though this would actually be the ascension of the universe,
Mm.
though that will not occur. For that is not what the Earth experience right now is.
Yeah.
It is more or less a philosophical thing too.
Yeah.
The Harrison may find interesting.
Mm. So as the that will happen very, very long into the future, won't it? At the end of this universe.
It is. We're thinking on that scale.
Mm.
Time becomes irrelevant because it is a matter of where you are experiencing it from. You see, from we'll call it light super universe, we see this in its continuum, every moment passing forth in an instant. We see
Mm.
all, we can see all that may occur. Some,
Mm.
this is, you could say that source can see all that may occur. And so when we are here, this is the experience we have of time. It is not that we know all that will happen. It is merely that we can see at the moment all or the possibilities set forth.
Mm.
That is how we create. Again, this is something Harrison may find interesting. It is
Mm.
not something for people to dwell on. Time exists as a philosophy, as a concept in this universe, and it also exists as the physical. It is a physical experience of time that does exist. The experience of time exists. And so outside of that, it is words are lacking, but this does need to be explained as it is something not understood by many people.
Mm.
Mm. Obvious explanations should be sufficient.
Yes. So as the angelic beings created the universe and then created well, the physical universe and then established the first humanoids within this universe. What was that like? What was that time like when the angels were deciding to create what became Lyra and other civilizations?
It was youthful. It was like spring. It
Mm.
was even innocent for us because we, at this moment, do not see all that may happen. You could say source may see this, but we saw this in its purity and innocence. Of course, we understood that many things may occur, and nothing is good or bad, as people say. All experiences of value to us. But we did see it in a great innocence and purity and love.
Mm.
You could imagine, like, the first blossoms in the spring. As that is the season that Harrison is now in. Yeah, it felt like you could say it felt like that on a much more grand scale.
Mm. So are you able to walk him through that time and how beautiful it was and show him a little bit about that first time?
Only so much can be understood by him, but the see the formation planet. I'm seeing planet. I'm seeing it was different in the sense that this life comes from one place. It was created there. So on Earth, there is evolution, but here there actually was creation.
Mm.
Things were created in their initial form all over the universe, and the humans were created on Lyra. They were. There was some elevation from an animal-like form.
What
But
was
I'm
that
also seeing that it
animal-like
was
form?
created.
Mm.
It's a,
What's it?
I'm seeing a furry. That looked like a cat, but not quite. It's
Mm.
like a monkey cat.
Mm. Like a
But
lemur type of a thing?
yes, yes, exactly. Yeah, and this was modified.
Mm.
It was infused with light. We'll say modified is not the right word. It was infused with a tremendous amount of light, so the consciousness could fully live inside of it, and that caused self-modification, actually, of the bodies to become humanoid, standing upright, and so forth.
Mm. And then what happened when these ones were birthed? What happened after that?
Mm. More than one thing that happened. We were showing Harrison them learning how to live in trees, creating society, mostly living in trees. But there are many other things that happened, such as there were other processes involved in other areas. Hmm. I guess we're showing him the creation of the universe,
Mm.
all the design that went forth from it,
Mm.
memorable to him because it was like seeing the universe paused and then going, creating, 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 creating.
Mm.
So much more creation. The experience of creation is very long, very interesting.
Mm.
It's a project of many, many beings involved in it.
Mm. And what kind of beings other than angels are involved in the creation of the universe, or is it just angels?
We're calling them angels because that is
Mm.
something people may understand, and it is correct designation. But you could imagine these are light beings, these are consciousness which have risen,
Mm.
are at the creator level. Say
Mm.
risen because there's a complexity to that, but at the creator level, coming from the creative sphere,
Mm. And what is it
we,
like? Oh, sorry.
yes,
Go ahead. Go
oh,
ahead.
he finds it curious. We don't, we have manifest in any body we choose in this form.
Mm.
We usually would manifest as a ball of light, but we manifest ourselves. And he's remembering some vague feeling way which we would manifest
Mm.
life forms through our
Mm.
consciousness and our bodies and our light doesn't are not words, but the feeling is there.
Mm. So, how would you manifest yourselves?
Mm, well, we change our shape, this form.
Mm.
Mm, we can
Like,
change the shape, connect with life. become it, change its own shape too. So we change things from inside out.
Is that how the universe is created, through changing things from the inside out?
Essentially.
Mm.
And people would like to think it's the other way around, but it is.
Mm.
Through creation is change from within.
Mm. I sort of got the image once of like a magician's hat, and you're pulling out a whole heap of handkerchiefs. And that's how my higher self showed me how the universe was created, just through this magic of pulling the inside to the outside.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Is that
Exactly.
how it happens?
That is a good analogy. We would say Harrison remembers this, where you could imagine pulling your consciousness into a tree. And now you're the tree, but you're also aware of who you are. And you alter that by impressing yourself into it from
Mm.
within. And then the tree will then alter its form in accordance with your will as a creative being. Humans are slowly learning this process.
Mm.
It's not something that only an angel could do. It's more that being able to do it makes you a creator being.
Well, it's
And
learning how to do
all
it, isn't it?
it is, all beings, all consciousness, even pebbles, are actually creator beings. It is not that they are just not conscious of it.
Mm.
So that you could say is the distinction
Mm.
which humans must now understand.
Mm.
It takes time. Must is not the right word, but humans are in the process of understanding this.
Mm. How can they help themselves to understand the process of creation from the inside to the out?
Mm. Start with simple things people understand, like Debo effects or telling yourself things, little things. So Harrison would benefit from telling himself positive affirmations, even though he finds it very silly, because that will create a cascading effect of positivity within him, which will then help in many aspects of his life. This is
Mm.
small, but this is something that most people could understand would work. And it is very effective.
There's something like a gratitude practice would be really helpful for people.
Mm-hmm. And identifying areas where they feel you may understand. Many people will allow negative talk in their mind, and they were not aware of it. They allow it to go, and if someone asks them, they may not even know it's there. So if someone is aware of it, do not beat yourself up for that. Merely replace that negative talk with a positive one that counteracts it, and
Mm.
maintain that. So you could learn from yourself what you need to tell yourself by hearing the things you tell yourself, or your things that you hear that negatively that make you feel unease.
Mm. And going back to the creation story, how was it that you created things back then? What was it like? How does it feel?
Essentially, you are the plasma, you say. You are this all pervading plasma, and then you are transforming into shapes and colors. You're then prescribing yourself form,
Mm.
then becoming a thing from the plasma. That is the best explanation that
Mm,
we could give, but it is actually an orgasmic feeling because that
mm,
is what the plasma feels like. Humans may be aware of this.
mm. Is that why the creation process is like that?
Mhm.
Mm,
That's essentially the feeling of electricity, fullness of your energy and drive and love. It would be overwhelming. Well,
mm,
it's not, I would say it would be, humans might imagine the best pleasure they've ever felt. It
mm,
is like that, but feeling that stronger, more. That is what this plasma, we'll call it, feels like.
mm,
It is, we will say it's the dust, the cosmic dust of creation,
mm.
but there are many names for
It's one of those names, ether,
it.
ether as well.
Ether,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because I remember in one of my sessions, the Elohim beings, they were drawing the ether forth.
hmm
Is that what they're doing to create the universe? They
Exactly.
create it into form, and it felt
hmm
really good.
It is exactly it. It is enmeshing yourself into this ether, becoming it, remembering that you are it, and then creating forth from it. This is, again, something that humans are learning how to do.
Mm. Are colors and sounds involved with this creation process?
Imagine sound would be like an internal feeling of vibration.
Mm.
The color, seeing a rainbow, every color in the rainbow, all the colors, you cannot see everything. I mean, it's almost like all the light everywhere,
Mm.
all the colors everywhere.
Mm.
And the feeling of song, like this song, you can hear it again. It is a vibration.
Mm.
So there's this too. There's singing and move the plasma.
Is that where is that where we get ideas of the music of the spheres? What are called the music of the spheres? The angelic singing.
Mm-hmm. That would be, Eric is not familiar. That would be accurate. This is exactly accurate, actually. Humans are starting to remember
Mm.
again.
Mm.
It is like um, constant orgasmic feeling
Mm.
and light, so, color. But
Mm.
it's not so much mind involved in it at this point.
Mm.
It's just like,
That why some people can describe and hear angels singing, and then they called it the music of the spheres.
mhm, mhm. 'Cause within all consciousness, this is embedded.
Mm. The ringing.
The song,
Mm.
the song of life, you could say, but really it is an eternal song
Mm.
that cast forth everywhere.
Mm. Are there different songs for different things, or is there just like, one song that loops through everything?
How many things are there?
Mm. Infinite things.
Let's say there is an infinite song,
Mm.
but
That's
yes,
very
the
interesting.
tones, the tones and melodies do create things that we call things.